Here are a few reasons to support DC Intel. 1. Timely updates. Get the latest breaking news and intelligence updates as they happen. 2. Reliable information. Depend on us for accurate and credible news sources. 3. Insightful analysis. Gain deeper understanding with our expert analysis and comprehensive coverage. 4. Community engagement. Join a community of informed and engaged individuals who care about current events. 5. Transparency. We are committed to transparency in all our reporting, helping you to see the bigger picture. 6. Convenience. Stay informed on the go with easy access to updates through our social media platforms. Supporting DC Intel means staying informed and connected with the news that impacts our nation.
We would like to invite you to become a DC Guardian. A Guardian is someone who supports us with a gift of $10 a month. And you will also receive a beautiful DC decal so you can post your support. And also you will get email updates for Guardians only. Plus special discounts on products and functions and conferences to come. Please click on the donate button on our eiobn.com website to support. Once again, on behalf of the Excellence in Online Broadcasting Network, thank you.
Let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Nameless, unreasoning, unjustified terror, which paralyzes needed efforts to convert retreat into advance.
Every generation stands on the shoulders of the generation that went before. And so you see farther because you're standing taller than we did and can look farther. But at least give us the credit that you're seeing farther because you're standing on our shoulders. We don't have inflation because the people are living too well. We have inflation because the government is living too well.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. We dare not forget today that we are the heirs of that first revolution. Let the word go forth from this time and place to friend and foe alike that the torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans born in this century, tempered by war, disciplined by a hard and bitter peace, proud of our ancient heritage, and unwilling to witness or permit the slow undoing of those human rights to which this nation has always been committed and to which we are committed today at home and around the world.
If I give you one message to hold in your hearts today, it's this. The more people tell you it's not possible, that it can't be done, the more you should be absolutely determined to prove them wrong. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider. Embrace that label. Being an outsider is fine. Embrace the label, because it's the outsiders who change the world and who make a real and lasting difference. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead. You must keep pushing forward. And always have the courage to be yourself.
Everybody, we made it this far in the week, and we'll make it the rest. That's right, we'll make it the rest. It's a happy Wednesday to everybody. A lot of stuff going on. Sound of freedom. You know what? I've been thinking about something. I bet you $1,000. The Democrats had no clue what was coming down the pike, up their tree, smoke in their pipe, whatever you want to call it. They had no clue how powerful the Republican Party can be. And they had no idea that really they underestimated the American people. They thought you all were a bunch of dummies and a bunch of ignorant people. And, you know, I think it's hilarious just watching all the media scramble still, politicians scramble around, all that good stuff. We got a lot to talk about, a little bit of time today. I'm not going to be going like a full hour and a half today. I am on here, give you some information and do that. And I hate to cut it short, but I have to be with my mother today. And so I did take a break for a little bit and we'll do the show, enjoy some time with you all, and then go be with her. Keep her in your prayers. Seriously. So let's see here. We got Georgia up in the house, Indiana in the house, Pennsylvania in the house, Middlesex, Virginia in the house, DC. Thank you so much. East Jordan, Michigan in the house. I'm trying to get my eyes to focus here today, guys. It's kind of weird. Stanford, Kentucky in the house, Kenai, Alaska in the house, Oxford, Alabama, Royalton, hey DC, Royalton, Minnesota checking in. Hope your mom is doing better. Yeah, we really need to pray for her. Hot Springs, Arkansas, Weberville, Michigan, Frankfort, Indiana, Holland, Michigan. Back up in the house today. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Looks like they elected Rhino, Senate Majority Leader. Bring on Brunson. Yeah, we're going to talk about Brunson here a little bit, so everybody buckle up your panties. It's got some good stuff. Rosemary from Plymouth, Massachusetts. Alexandria, hi from Alexandria, Pennsylvania. South Dakota, Dalton, Georgia. Charles City, Virginia, Pound, Virginia, Coffeyville, Mississippi, Lenore City, Tennessee. Hello, Pam. Beaufort, Georgia in the house. Jan from Massachusetts. May God bless you too. Catherine here from Lake Ranch, Florida. Chillicothe, Ohio. Red part of Washington State here. Yeah. Meansville, Georgia in the house. Hello, DC and your Patriots from Ohio. Hello to you. Georgia Guardian here. Hey, DC and Patriots. Hello, DC and Patriots from Oklahoma, Magnolia, Texas, McAllen, Texas, Columbus, Georgia here. Good afternoon from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, Ozark, Alabama. I love your show, but what are the FEMA trucks doing in my state in Michigan? Well, I'm actually going to tell you here in just a second. It's not just in your state. There's a lot of things going on we're going to talk about here in just a second here. If I can keep my place here. Magnolia, Texas, Oklahoma, Georgia, Winston-Salem again, Columbus, Georgia, Ozark, I said that one, I believe, Michigan, Norton, Ohio in the house, Shellknob, Missouri in the house, hey, DC from Leanne in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, hello to you. Hi, DC from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, hello everyone from Amy in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Howdy from Dallas, hello Dallas. Hello, DC from Rogue River, Oregon. West Monroe, Louisiana. Hey, DC from Slate Lick, Pennsylvania. Morgan's Point Resort, Texas in the house. Big Fork, Montana in the house. Hey, Patriots, Doreen from Portland, Maine. Let's see here. Raleigh, North Carolina. RC and EC. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in again. Very much. Great, loyal listeners there. Appreciate it. Lisa from Ohio saying hello and God bless. Good afternoon, DC. Barb from Kitts Hill, Ohio. Ocala, Florida, in the house. Benson, North Carolina. Hello. Hey, DC. Aaron and Leona from Gig Harbor, Washington. Hello, guys. Another loyal listeners there. Brighton, Colorado, in the house. Northwest Minnesota. Knoxville, Tennessee. Not happy with who won. I'm not, you guys. I'm not worried about that stuff. I'm serious. I'm not worried about it, and I'll tell you why here in a little bit. Thank you, American Badass, Lily, Kentucky, Charlene. Well, thank you so much. Yeah. Well, they say when you wake up in the morning, walk in there, you remember Saturday Night Live, it was, I think it was Good Thoughts or something like that by Jack Handy. And you come in and go, you're smart enough. You're good enough. And doggone it, people like me. I'm from a different cloth. I get up and I'm like, Jesus, I hate being up this early. And I look in the mirror and go, God, you're a badass. You're an ugly one, but you're a badass. No, I'm just kidding. I don't really say that. I'm like, good Lord, I want to go back to bed. Hello from Phil in Cartersville, Georgia. Biden, open borders wide, the last push. Yep. And you want me to tell you something? They're going to push the borders. They're going to do all this stuff. But I was going to hold off, but I'll tell you this real quick here. if you want to know what the sound is going to be right after Donald Trump is sworn in, what you can go, what kind of sound would you? Oh, I hear there'll be a band playing, DC. Yeah, probably there'll be all kinds of stuff. But what you're not going to see, but this is kind of a joke, but not, is this. You're going to, this is going to give you a snippet of what's going to happen when he's president with all these illegals.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Please, don't deport me. Please, don't deport me. I come here to make money. Yeah, whatever. Get the hell out. That's what's going to happen. And that's a joke because it's on TikTok and all these other things. But I just grabbed the sound. I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, because that's probably what they're going to be saying. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Don't let me go. Don't let me go.
Let me tell you something. 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 Wait.
Push.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
And boom, they're gone. And yeah. And don't let the Democrats hear that. Oh my God, did you hear the cries of the people? Did you hear the cries? And all it is a guy was getting pushed off with a bungee cord. But anyway, it's still pretty dang on funny. All right, yeah, Biden opened the borders. Michigan in the House, your music has always been released. Nope, it's about ready to, and I will let you know the exact date on that. iTunes is real screwy. But it's coming out. Hey, DC from Michigan. Yeah, okay. Christina from White House, Tennessee. White House, Tennessee. Christina, there's a place in Cottontown. I think I've already told you. It's a little place, serves breakfast food. Oh, my God, so good. If you look on the ceiling in there as soon as you walk in, amongst all those names that's written all over the walls and ceilings, I've got my signature on there. Not that it means anything, but I thought it was a pretty badass little place. Okay, let's get off that. Here I'm thinking about breakfast food now. Hey, y'all from Iowa and the D and K fight. Right, that's right. Hey, DC from Palm City, Florida. What's up with John Thune and the Senate Majority Leader? Yep. We'll talk about that. I'm not too worried about that, guys. Not worried about it. Hey, DC from Maryland and Kansas City. Maybe push forward for a reason, and he has. Listen from Siona, Georgia. Hobbs, New Mexico. Love your show. Thank you so much. Best part of your day. Well, that's good. It used to be the best part of waking up was Folgers in your cup, but I don't know. Let's see. How's it going, DC and Patriot? Yep. Thank you so much, Enforcer. Hello from Victoria, Minnesota. Excellent intel. You are you're not trying to sell us anything or Warriors for cards. Absolutely. Yeah. There's things about it if you want to. But I'm not trying to push nothing. No, just want to. The good of America to come out eventually, right? And it's starting to. Oak Ridge, Tennessee, Michigan. Hello from Michigan. California. Sup family, ML to all. Hello from Chillicothe, Ohio again. Another Chillicothe, maybe neighbors. Hello, DC from Clarksburg, West Virginia. Thanks for all you do. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. Lisa from Montgomery, Texas. Like to buy your official Kiss My Crack shirts in time for Christmas. And guess what? They'll be here soon. Yeah, they'll be here soon. Yeah, I'd say within the next week or two, have information up and you'll be able to get them. We have a thing on our website for merchandise. I'm about ready to change that out because it's not quick enough and doggone it, I don't like it. But we're going to change that out and to where I have people now that are volunteering that will get all this together and this thing has went bigger than what I thought at first. So, but it's all good. Lisa from Montgomery, Texas, right, got that. Left is losing to shit. Yep, they are. How's your mom, DC? Pray for her. Keep her in your prayer. She needs it. God bless you, DC, and thank you. Newark, Ohio in the house. The deal. Yorkshire, Ireland, or England in the house. Listen to me, Ireland. Good Lord. England. Hope you're staying safe there. Steve, good to see you in there. Bristol, Indiana. In the house. Driving to do school pickup, listening the next 20 minutes. Well, thank you so much. Mount Airy, Maryland in the house. Happy to be here. Happy that you're here. Hi, everyone. Guardian, where to go? Guardian here from South Florida. Good afternoon from Port Charlotte, Florida. Ohio here. Just on the news that Jack Smith is stepping down. I wish we had a symbol for being a guardian. You will in the new platform. You will. We're working all of it out. It's going to be very beneficial. It ain't going to be something you support and you don't see nothing. Everything we do here, I mean, the computers, everything, we still need to update like 2 more computers, but eventually we'll get to that. We've been busy with North Carolina and Tennessee and all this other stuff going on, but we'll get to it someday. Hey, from West Tennessee, Benbrook, Texas, Perry, Georgia, back in the house. Thank you so much for, what are we going to do about the Senate Majority Leader? Yep. We're not going to be. We're going to be okay, guys. We'll talk about it in a second. Jefferson City, Missouri. Tracy watching from Tennessee, Kentucky. State line. Everyone good to see you. Thank you so much. 3 Winston. Any chance to be one of the Congress that will be arrested? We're going to talk about this. Howdy, DC, Dallas, Texas. Let's see here. Lincoln, Nebraska in the house. Can't see here. Michigan in the house again. We're seeing FEMA set up in Central Michigan. What's up? What's up, Buttercup? Finally caught the live. Yeah, Niles, Michigan. Good afternoon from Hendersonville, Tennessee. The next future home of DC. I don't know. I'm just, anyways, yapping. New Bern, North Carolina in the house. DC from Patriots from Enoch. Patriots Enoch from Edwardsburg. Let's see here. Camner, Kentucky. What's up, buddy? Good to see you in here today again. Happy to be living in this time, DC. Yeah, it is a good time to be alive. You're seeing history like nobody knows. I mean, like, we read of history. Well, we used to read of history of like the wars and all that stuff, but man, every day is a freaking war in America. But we're living through it. We'll get to it. Kansas City, Missouri in the house. Chicagoland in the house. Hamilton, Ohio. Let's see here. Do we need to get active in the streets across our nation? Some truthers are saying yes, and others are saying no. Stay the way of our great military. Your answer? My answer is this. It's the same that it's always been. If and when it goes down, keep your butt at home. I would not go interfere with the military, especially when they have been given the rights to fire up on their own. I probably wouldn't chance it unless you're some sort of an officer and are called out to do something or sworn to do something. Hot Springs, Arkansas in the house. Came from the Royal John F. Kennedy to appear. Yep. Stay out of the way. Military in control. What have we got here? Okay. Gainesville, Texas in the house. Watson, Louisiana, watching from Max Street. Okay. Awesome. Greetings from Lebanon. Missouri in there. Thank you for what you do. Trying to get to Michigan in the house. The cleanups begin. Yep. Tim, thank you so much there. When will the media be taken over for all to see? I don't think there's a date on that, but it will. It's going to happen. I do know that. Athens, Georgia. Hello, Steve, UK. Okay. Springfield, Missouri in the house. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting caught up in everybody's chats here. Gainesville, Texas. Nashville, Tennessee. Hello, Donna. Good to see you in here. We got here Bedford, Virginia in the house. Happy Wednesday to you. Meet Louisiana. Hope I'm not missing anybody. Alabama in the house here. Still praying for your mom. Thank you so much. Crimson Candy. Garbage is smelling really good these days. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we should have like one day we just call it everybody is our garbage friends. You know, instead of Cabbage Patch, we have the Garbage Patch. Yeah. DC, your mom. Thank you so much. Hope your mama is doing well. I'm sorry, doing well and healing. Prayers from Huntington, West Virginia. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Madison, Alabama, Michigan in the house, Alabama in the house, and I think I've got New Bern, North Carolina, Fort Myers, Florida, Hot Springs, Arkansas again. San Diego, California. Thank you so much. Hutchinson, Kansas in the house. Winter Haven, Florida. Yeah, buckle up. Belfast, Tennessee, Christiansburg, Virginia, Missouri in the house. 2 Missouris in the house here. What's up with Marco? What's the plan with Marco Rubio? Let's see here. We got Carlton, Michigan in the house, Paradise, Texas in the house, and Sumner County, Pennsylvania, Bowling Green, Kentucky. Good place there. Bev in Park Rapids, Minnesota, Frankfort, Kentucky, Savannah, Georgia, at my week home. Good. Chattanooga, Tennessee, Butler, Pennsylvania, Duncan, Oklahoma, Homa. Good Lord, another Ringgold, Georgia in the house. DC, there's been a lot of talk about the Brunson case. When do you think it'll be released this month? Question mark. We'll talk about that. I've already got this on my list to talk about today. Orange County, New York, south with Texas, Jesus. Praying that we get some justice for us. Yep. Marietta, Georgia. Gallion, Ohio, South Bend, Indiana. Man, we're all over the place today. Wilmer, Alabama. FEMA. Yeah, we've already asked that. Georgetown, Kentucky, again, South Dakota in the house. Minden, Louisiana. I'm trying to get through these guys. Okay. I believe I've got everybody. Brainbush, Georgia in the house. Haines City, Florida. Ozark, Missouri. Falling Waters, West Virginia. Respect DC from Hawkin Falls. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Sexy voice. Yeah, right. Handsome Dan. Yeah. Alina, that was okay for press. Okay. Let's see here. Danders, Tennessee, and Evansville, Indiana, and John from Southern Illinois. Karen. All right, I think we're good here. Why am I blocked in the chat? I have no clue. I see what you're saying. Somebody, moderator, can look into that because I have no clue. All right, so Arlington, Texas, thank you so much. Lexington, Kentucky, Lewiston, Idaho. Let's see. I think we're pretty much good here. I keep saying that, but then people keep popping in. Cincinnati, Gainesville, Texas. Buchanan, Tennessee. All right, Augusta, Arkansas. We got. Anyways, we're good. I'm going on. If I missed you, so sorry. I'll try to get you at some point. All right, so here we go. Upstate New York. Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, we got a lot of things going on. There is, I've got some of the, what do you call it? The, oh man, some emails that I've saved, and I'm going to kind of answer some of those today too. We're going to talk about Brunson. We're going to talk about everything that's going on in DC, in Washington DC, not in me, in Washington DC, and we'll do that. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you who the person is or anything, but I'm just going to read the email and say, hey, DC, love your show. You may find it a bit crazy with my concerns, but I feel that the evil ones have been way too quiet and nice to President Trump lately. Now, yesterday, I did touch on this of the whole change of heart, or not really change of heart, but just the deceit from Democratic Party. And some Republicans too, because everybody plays. The days of playing both sides of the fence in politics, once he is sworn in, you have to understand that. That's why I kept saying over and over, let's go through. Everybody wants the easy card. Nothing comes without a fight, and we got to fight. But you got people that are being too quiet with this whole thing. And I said yesterday, that concerns me because so either could be a couple of things. One, they just really, really realize that they got whipped and there's no way out of this because they have almost 90% of American people voted for Trump. So, I mean, really, how do you do that? How do you come up against that? So that could be one scenario. Or the other scenario is what a lot of people are kind of whispering around. And that's what you watch out for. You listen to that. And that is, what's the next plan? Because they got a little bit of time. So I have the same concerns in that as as a couple of listeners of the show. It says, with the invite so shortly after the election makes me wonder what they are up to. The invite was President Trump coming to the White House. They're setting him up for another assassination attempt. Are they doing that? As long as Trump is alive, they're going to try to unalive him. You just have to, everybody has to just realize and accept that no matter what, it doesn't matter. They're going to try to, their whole goal is to destroy. That's it. It's to destroy, not to build, not to make America great again, but to cause division in America. I am from the cloth, if you want to call it, that's been cut. I am from, if you are going to be the one that always stirs the poop pot, you better eat from that spoon, and you better eat from it forcefully. Whether you do it by yourself or you have people making you eat it for yourself. As long as Trump is alive, they're going to try to do something. There will always be attempts. It is fishy that all of a sudden that Biden's, hey, come to the White House. I have never known in history, and I don't think you can prove it either, where the Democratic Party was actually, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, sane for one, but two, opened up the hand, if you want to say that, to help someone or to bring someone on board or whatever. They've never done it. There's always been a side point on that. I'm going to tell you this though. If we are at the point in history now, this election proved it, that if any person would lay hands ever on Trump, his family, any of that stuff, they're a dead man walking. I'm serious. You remember when Biden was running and he was running around going, you realize that Trump, he come from where they was like, they come out of the woods. They come out of the woods with like these sticks with fire on them, and they were trying to hunt people down, going door to door. All that dumb stuff he was saying. He may have just been prophesying of what's to come if they try to do something to Trump again. We're not the same America we was a month ago. I hope you understand that. Because America that kept panicking over the election, had every right to, but at the same time, we kept saying, don't panic, don't panic. And then, of course, you got the others out there going, oh, it's not going to happen. No, EBS is going off, and EBS goes off. I mean, I still don't get it why everyone gets a hard on over EBS. Because and I played it for you yesterday, if General Flynn even said, if anything comes to that magnitude, and it ain't just called EBS and the military steps up, there are laws that are set up to kick in if something like that happens. Okay? That means there are laws that you don't even know exist will immediately come into effect. It's not as easy as saying, EBS goes off and man, we got it made. No, y'all get your wish of your 10 days of darkness. You get your wish on that. Get your wish on, EBS, now I can sit back and just relax. No, you can't. There'll be you saw how it was with COVID and how everybody went crazy over poop paper, had to get their toilet paper in. Toilet paper and price of eggs going. I mean, seriously, everything went crazy because everybody thought, well, man, they put mandates. We got to travel. I mean, you can only go out if it's essential. You only essential workers, all this other stuff. You can only do that. People panicked. What makes you think they're not going to panic if if EBS kicked in? Do I think some point it's going to happen? I think it's about 95% 95 to 97% possibility. And the reason why I say that is because we have not seen yet what they're really up to. Because I don't trust them. And when I say them, I'm talking about the Democratic Party and sympathizers of them. I saw a thing yesterday where a couple of people sent me videos, and I was looking at it, and what it was is there's things going around on TikTok where people are telling how to make organic powders, potions, if you want to call it that they can put on people's food or drop it on somebody's skin, and they will get deathly sick, and about almost 100% will die from it. But this is how sick this party has been. I think if we get to all this point, we're going to see the EBS. But if we see it, I'm not going to be one sitting back going, oh, hallelujah, we got it. Woo, yeah, woo. I'm going to be really watching some stuff, because it's not going to be a picnic. It's just not going to happen. Because like General Flynn says, there's all kinds of laws that kick into effect. And I keep telling you, hey, anything is possible. I know a lot of people are on fixed incomes. I get it. If you can buy an extra can of food each week or something, go to the Dollar Tree, spend you $25 and buy you some cans. I don't know. Do something and just put it back. And if you don't use it after several months, then eat it up and go replenish it. Because you just never know what's going to take place. Never know. Anyway, let's see here. I think it is because people feel like they would vindicate them if EBS went off. Probably so. Probably so. I'm not one that's real big on wanting to see it. Only unless some big... Think about this. We're not talking EBS because... I don't even know how I got on this thing. I guess y'all just wanted to talk about it today. But think about this. EBS going off, not because we go to war with someone, but because of our own freaking country. Think about that. Why is that even possible in America now? That we have to have EBS and the military come in and really do something, or something happen for some things to change. Something did happen for things to change, guys. Trump was voted in. If he had not been voted in, then it'd been a whole... It's amazing. The Democrats, they're crying, fraud, that's fraud. And some are saying, oh, no, it's not. It was a legitimate thing. But if it was... And you know, they're real quiet now. You know, they won't say anything. But if it was them that won, they would be taunting the shit out of all of us. They'd be taunting us. They'd be driving us crazy, always poking, trying to get a response. And then when they do get a response, it wouldn't be a good response. But I think everybody needs to don't sit back and hold your breath and wait for that. Because you that have been waiting for that has been waiting 4 years for that. And by waiting on that one thing that you've been promised is coming down it's coming in next week. Whether they give you the dates. And I tell you that all the time. If people are giving you dates, this is coming down by this date, and it don't happen. I mean, seriously, use some common sense. Those that were prophesying or giving you intel that EBS was happening 4 years ago, we'll wait for the Kraken. The Kraken's coming down. Yeah, next week, the Supreme Court's doing this. Next week. And every one of them were dumb fucks and all lied. Sorry. It just slipped. Yeah. Anyway, but back to this. I don't think people are being over dramatic by questioning, hey, is there legitimacy? Because the American people aren't dumb. And they are, they're very smart, and they're a whole lot more, they're a whole lot more into what's happening in America now, than they were the last 4 years. The last 4 years, it was just like, oh yeah, Trump's going to win, blah, 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 blah. And then when it didn't happen, it was, oh my God, you know, we're at a different place in history. So I do want to say this. I got up today and I've been getting tons and tons of emails. And so I've been researching this, but from Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Virginia, West Virginia, and a couple other places have been like really kind of panicking a little bit because everybody woke up this morning with all like, and I've got pictures of them and I've actually researched them to make sure it wasn't no phony thing. And, but where there is hundreds, probably thousands of marks through the sky. Now, I'm not here to panic anybody. I started not to talk about this, but I really think it needs to be talked about. Because we talked about several months ago about cloud seeding and all that stuff. And then I had people go, oh, it's not happening. It ain't true. But I think those that have got up this morning and realized what happened to their sky last night, it raised enough awareness. I got pictures after pictures of hundreds of thousands of trails in the sky. Now, some of these trails are chemtrails, but there is a ton. Now, here's the thing. If any of you that's in those areas have heard any noises at night, like airplanes, anything like that, I want to know. Because I'm trying to nail something down. Because what looks like chemtrails in a higher elevation below that looks like military formations in the air. And I'm not bullshitting you either. I'm dead dog serious. And I know that I've talked about cloud seeding and all that, and I believe that went on, but something else has happened. Something else is happening. And I will put it on my TikTok later. And I know I got somebody reaching out to me saying there's no validity in what I'm saying or anything because it's on TikTok and nobody takes it serious. Well, here's the thing. We had it on Facebook and it kept getting hacked, and there, you know, and all these people have all these complaints but never have an answer. You know what I'm saying? And they're not even a guardian. They're just someone that bitches all the time. So I'll continue to put my stuff on TikTok, but I'll put these pictures up and I'll let you all look at them. But it is tons and tons. But I'm looking at these, and what I see cloud seeding at a higher elevation, and then below that elevation, I am seeing formations. And I'm telling you guys, I am not crapping you. It's not concerning. I'm more concerned about the cloud seeding than I am the other stuff. Because what I'm seeing now is, I talked to someone earlier and I said, hey, have you seen it? Yep, seen it. And they were like, well, you realize back in 2010, something like that, one of the FBI agents that was retired, you know, everybody's saying it's conspiracy theory. He came out and was like, hey, it's real. And of course, he brought validity to what we already know. Of course, we already went over where they come from and all that stuff. But I'm also seeing now that some of these states have major warnings for the weather for tomorrow and for the next 2 days. Okay, here's my thought. Now, before anyone runs to your favorite podcaster and goes, hey, DC said this. I'm going to say this. And I'm just going to say this. I don't care. I'm not here to be proved or disproved. I'm here to tell you what it is. And if you come in here and you're going to go back and forth and argue with me, I mean, I'm just going to say, kiss my crack and be done with it. But I believe what's happened is, I believe, without 100% factual yet, I believe what we saw is we have seen a military formation going through states. And when I say military formation, I'm not talking about 1-2 planes. I'm talking a lot going on in our skies. And above that, we have cloud seeding. I believe the cloud seeding was trying to hide out what happened last night. Chemtrails are very real. I know that. But I believe what I'm looking at, I'm looking at cloud seeding, and I'm looking at other things that are not cloud seeding. I had someone from, what's that place called? It was right around, maybe, I don't know, it's close. I think it was somewhere in West Virginia, Ripley or something like that, had sent me a bunch of them from this morning, and it's concerning. It's concerning. Not to be like concerning in the fact of, oh my gosh, we're out of, here it comes, guys, here it comes. I'm not saying that. I am saying this. Keep your eyes on the skies. Go back to what Gene Ho said the other day. It's not the tire, but it's the air. It's the air in the tire. There is no doubt right now that we're going to start seeing more and more helicopters formations happen. Our skies, we're in a different day. We're in a different day than we were 3 months ago. It's just different. It's different. You're going to see more and more of it. Now, before you get all bent out of shape, when you see it, oh my gosh, my house is flopping around and all that stuff. No, don't be upset. This is good news. Because many of you, for 4 years, have been told the military's on the way. Military's on the way. And DC's been saying for over 8 years, military's already here. Military's already here. You're going to start seeing more of it. And like I said prior to the election, this is things you're going to start seeing. Don't start questioning, well, oh gosh, here it comes. Oh. And just because a plane flies over does not mean that we're shutting down the country and everything's going crazy. But you're going to start seeing, you're going to not start, you are seeing. You just haven't opened your eyes yet of what's going on. I believe 100% that the cloud seeding was going on last night to cover up what happened early morning hours today. Because there was a military action going down. It just happens. I mean, it just happened. I mean, there's no way to get around that. Watch for the weather. Watch for the weather. Let's just see what happens in the next 3 days. How about that, guys? Let's just see what happens in 3 days. And then we'll revisit it. Be like, oh, yeah. We talked about that. But I do believe that I know what I see and I know what I'm looking at here. And it isn't just some cloud seeding. It's more than that. Okay. So someone else sent me another email and I try my best to get to all the emails that I can. But someone else says, some are downing my President Trump saying he's going to get killed before January. And the end times are here and America will go down. Okay. Though, let me go back to this. As long as he is alive, they're going to try to always take him out. I'm going to take him out. Try to take him out. They're not going to. They're going to try to. Now, can I predict the future on that? No. But I'm telling you, they're always going to try to. And we just have to, there's no way to go and us physically protect him because he's insulated, very well insulated, and will continue to be very well insulated. And for those that were worried about him going to the White House, I wouldn't be worried about that. I played it yesterday. where everybody is saying, hey, wait a minute. Here Joe Biden was the president, was going to run for re-election, steps down because he's forced out. Kamala's in there. And then he's telling Kamala to, get off his lawn. And then he's also goes to a 9/11 memorial and wants the guy's Trump hat to put on, and then wants to keep the daggone thing. And same thing I said then, they're saying now. We believe that back in October that Biden was actually supporting Trump without actually saying, hey, I support Trump. It's amazing that Biden, it's been a crippled old bat the past 4 years. And everybody, oh, he's declining. The other day, he was out walking and he was doing a little jog. And I'm like, where in the world has this guy been for the past 4 years? Everybody's saying he's in his basement or he's in his diapers and he's in his bed. He's got to get his boo-boo and get his bed by 8 p.m. I don't see... Okay, Lord, now I'm afraid to get on a plane Saturday morning. No, I didn't say, and that's what I said, guys. You can't take this and go, oh, I can't travel. I can't do nothing. That ain't what that meant. That means that we are being protected. That means it's safe. I'm not. If there was a threat for travel, I would be the first one to say, guys, I would just err in the concern of traveling this weekend. But I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. I am telling you what's going on in America, because for so long, all these hundreds of thousands of people have been griping and complaining. Because I ain't seen nothing happening. Y'all been saying the military's in charge? It ain't in charge. You know the reason why a lot of people don't believe you? They don't believe you? Is because all people have been saying is what fake truthers are saying that have no facts to back it up. Have no facts. They say this, and then when it doesn't happen, it makes you look like you're a kook because you believed in these people. That's why people go, oh, God, here they come. I don't want to believe them. That's why. But it's here. It's not coming. The day's coming. No, it's here. It's here. There is no more. Let me clear your minds today. There is no more. It's on the way. It's coming. It's going to happen. It's here. It's here. You just have to open your eyes and see. It's here. And it will continue. It will continue to be here. It will continue. We can't panic over things that we don't know, and two, we can't control, right? Live your life like it's the last day. That should be every day of your life. And me, I'm different. I wake up going, okay, who can I tick off the day? Who can I, all that stuff. Not really, but sort of. Perfect example. Y'all love my stories, don't you? I'm at the hospital. And my mom's not doing well. So they're saying she's unresponsive, so I go over there. Go straight there. Takes me a little bit to get there, but I get there. Pull up, go inside, walk through their security, and go to the room, do all that stuff. Well, I couldn't leave soon, so I finally left later that night, like late that night, and I go down to my car, and I've got like two or three tickets on my car from the security department. And oh my God, I was livid. I was like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. You got Barney freaking Fife that has no rest powers, has nothing, but walks around with a ticket book giving people all these warnings because they don't want you parking there in that area. And the thing is this, it's it's like late hours of the night. I'm talking like there ain't nobody freaking hardly in the hospital. No visitors at all because everybody's gone. And I come outside and got these tickets on my car, and there ain't one damn car out there but mine. Like I'm really going to hinder. I'm not in a fire lane either. So, the American badass that I am. No, I'm just kidding. I take my tickets off, and I'm pissed off, man. And I got somebody with me. They're like, "What are you doing?" Oh my God, here we go. Yeah, here we go. I pull right up next to the security vehicle, and I throw my tickets right on his windshield, and I drive off. I don't forget that stuff. So the next day I go into the hospital and I was like, "Hey, how you doing, buddy?" He goes, "Oh, pretty good." It's like three these security officers wearing these big old vests, big old combat boots. Now, if you're security, I'm not knocking you down, but I'm knocking these guys down. Big old combat boots, got their looks like they got a bulletproof vest on, and they got their walkie-talkies on, and they got their badge shined up to whatever. Haven't seen one day of real action at the hospital in their security outfits. Look like they're ready for combat, but have no weapons. Amazing. So I walk in, I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" "Pretty good." I was like, "Hey, are you officer?" I don't know, whatever. I just say Officer 30. "Are you Officer 32? "No, but I know him." I said, "Oh, okay. Well, tell Officer 32 that of course, they put your license plate on the ticket or on the warning, and they infraction, and it's your second warning. You gave me 3 warnings within 2 hours. 3 warnings that I didn't even know about. You talking about dumbasses? Dumbasses. Yep, I'm saying it. And so I was, "Hey, you Officer 32, whatever?" "No, I'm not. No." "Okay. Well, you tell Officer 32 that I said I'm going to find him, and I'm going to get we'll call a 1015 on him. And before that, I'm going to do a 10-8, maybe a 10-10. I don't know. We'll just figure it out." And the guy goes, "I think your codes are probably a little different than mine." I said, "I'm sure they are, Barney." And then I walked off. Then they started going, "Wait a minute. Was that a threat? Wait, what was he?" So I went to just go take a piss, and they're all staring at me while I go into the bathroom. And I come back out, wave at them, and wink at them, and going up to the room. That's my new story right there. Barney 5. And these hospitals, and I understand, they got to have some control and security. But give me a break. Give me a freaking break. Gonna put me a warning on my car for being in a non-fire lane, but parked too long where I was parked at. If Officer 32 had come out to take the tickets off his vehicle, I would have cleaned his clock, and he would have walked away feeling like a daggone turd. So then when I went in last night, pulled up, I just pulled right up where I pulled up before, and I walked in. Of course, different security guards standing there just staring at me, got their hands in the backs of their vests, like the cops do, kind of rest their arms and all that stuff. Looks at me. I said, "Listen, my mom's deathly sick." I said, "Don't put a fucking ticket on my car. And I mean business." And "Yes, sir." And I walked off. And guess what? I came back hours later and there was no ticket. So I told somebody, I said, "I'm going to have me some fake tickets made up." It's called dumbass tickets. And just for the hell of it, every time I go to the hospital, I'm just going to slap them on the security vehicle, because it's amazing that they will. It's amazing. They'll say you can't park there, but again, they'll pull up their security vehicles right in the middle of the entranceway where you have to dodge them and walk around them. It's sort of like the police saying, can't park in a fire lane, but will they pull in like it's an emergency and walk in and buy groceries and come out? Oh, look, it's for officer safety. It goes back to what I said the other day. Some of these people are just big pussies. And they have to have, I saw it last night, daggone it. Coming home. Got 3 or 4 cops out there. Look, 2 of them look like midgets. And they're out there, and they got some guy just stopped on the sidewalk questioning him because he's walking late at night. But it takes all these officers to do that. Give me a break. I guarantee you, if I ever got pulled over, they'd be like, "We need a shitload of cops up here." Seriously, my mouth would go off on them. But anyway, sorry about that. But yeah, I don't know how in the hell I got on that, but it was free. Anyway, yeah, power hungry. Yeah, power hungry. So speaking of power hungry, they must be Democrats. But anyway, I don't expect the Democrats to stop at anything. So trying to assassinate, trying to do anything, I don't put it past any of them. Someone sent me this. I guess it's this morning. I don't know. I got it this morning, but on our account here, it was Steve Bannon. I think it's great. I'm gonna play it. But anyways, it's a Steve Bannon coming back to New York.
Mr. Bannon, you want to say anything?
Yeah, how did Nancy Pelosi and Tish James, thank you very much, appreciate you. How did they like getting their ass kicked on Tuesday? The American people rendered a verdict on their lawfare. You know what the American people told them to do? Go fuck themselves.
Boom. Yep, I know. See, the good news about that is I didn't say that. It didn't come out of my potty mouth. It came out of somebody else's. Yeah, and it's amazing because you got Kamala Harris that she raised over $1 billion. $1 billion for this campaign. And she ended up $20 million in debt from it and can't even pay her staff. I know that there's people that's saying that they can't, they haven't got their last check from her. They can't get it. But you know what? She was doing absolutely fantastic with the economy, right? Right. Yep, right. Not only that, Beyonce, see if I can find it here. I think I got it here. Beyonce, all these people charged her that came to her whatever you want to call them. They all charged her. I think it was like $1 million for Beyonce just to show up. And you know what's funny? Is they're still crying about how Beyonce stood him up and was going to do a concert. And Beyonce was supposed to be there at the DNC and didn't show up. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. And for those of you on the show that know that story, you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, you got, I'm going to play you this, which is kind of amusing a little bit. But for those that say, they don't think anything will happen, and I keep saying anything's possible with the Democrats, listen to this.
One of the Vice President Harris's former staffers raising eyebrows with this shocking suggestion.
He could resign the presidency in the next 30 days, make Kamala Harris the president of the United States.
Whoa.
It would absolve her.
Wow.
Okay, great idea. Fox and Friends weekend co-host Pete Hegseth joins us right now. You're giggling because this is funny.
Yeah, brought to you by the Party of Democracy that wants everything to happen at the ballot box.
Right.
Except everything they've tried to do has happened somewhere else. They tried to defeat their opponent through lawfare and in courtrooms, through FBI raids of his home. And they installed Kamala Harris without a single vote cast amongst Democrat voters. And now why would it surprise us that the plan is, you know what, Transitional Joe, why don't you transition over to Kamala for 30 days so we can crack.
I think Joe Biden has already transitioned what he could transition to her when they overthrew him. And yes, I'm sorry, it was $10 million to Beyonce, not $1 million. My bad. I don't think he's going to do anything. Even if they said you got to do this, he ain't going to do it because they have tried to. Well, they did. They just overthrew him and said you're not going to be. All right, what is this here? Let me go to this here. It says Senate Majority Leader John Thune, GOP, are holding a breath. Listen to me. I sound like some of those preachers that I talk about. You did a breath in me, you God.
Of the Biden, Harris, Schumer agenda. And this Republican team is united. We are on one team. We are excited to reclaim the majority and to get to work with our colleagues in the House to enact President Trump's agenda. We have a mandate from the American people. A mandate not only to clean up the mess left by the Biden-Harris-Schumer agenda, but also to deliver on President Trump's priorities. We will make sure that the President and his team have the tools and the support that they need to enforce border security laws and to remove the violent criminals who are wreaking havoc in every one of our states. We will work to make America prosperous again by streamlining the bureaucratic machine in overturning costly Biden-Harris regulations. And we will work to restore American energy dominance. Not just our energy security, but energy dominance, which will lower costs and bolster our national security. I'm excited to get to work with this team right away, and I want to thank my colleagues who placed their faith in me to serve as leader, and to those who were supporting another candidate. I promise to be a leader who serves the entire Republican conference. We'll have an ambitious agenda.
All right, let me say this. I know people are worried. Oh, gosh, we got a rhino. Got this, got that. I said this a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. I said this a couple of weeks ago, that there are those that have been in position and that are coming into position that probably haven't had in the past our best interests at heart, but they were elected. Okay, so with this, I still think anything's going to change. Everything can change and will change still. Doesn't matter who's in there right now. These are called these are temp positions, if you want to call it that. It can be changed. And if Trump sees fit, he will change it. His agenda is this. Whoever is voting in that position, he's going to make sure that they are loyal to the agenda that is going to be laid down. He's going to make sure that, let me just say this. America needs to understand this. Well, let me stop here. Democrats need to understand this, that America voted and we showed up and we got Republicans everywhere because we want to push the Republican agenda, because we're sick and tired of the Democratic agenda that's been going on for the Democratic Party. We're just sick of it. And there's no way that they're not going to get their job done this time. I'm just going to tell you that. You're going to see people that you don't like and I don't like. Okay? I've told you straight up all the times. I was just leery about JD, but I have no choice because that's who Trump picked or his son picked or whoever picked that, and he's in there now, or he will be in there. And there's no way to get around that. The only thing you can do is trust the process. But before you say, well, I can't trust the process, everything that's happened in the last 4 years. Well, there's a new sheriff in town, and he's one that actually has a spine and has a backbone. And he's going to make sure, trust me, he's going to make sure whoever is in the spots that need to be in there will be loyal to the agenda. What is the agenda? Well, you just heard it. Sending some of these buttholes home. Somebody just sent me a thing here, Fayetteville, West Virginia, and Sky. Here's a link to my friend's Facebook page. It seems to be chemtrails or cloud seeding in Fayetteville. Yep, absolutely. And I don't care what you think. This is my platform, right? I say what I want to say, and I'm going to say it. And here's the thing: I don't care if you go to any other podcaster or any other person. Like, DC said this. I'm not going to argue. I'm going to tell you I'm going to tell you this. Military has been in control. I've been telling you that for 4 freaking years now. And prior to that, we're talking, Trump said 8, but actually I know it's more than that. That there's been missions, if you want to call it that. Because it ain't called, well, the military's got a plan. No, they don't. They have a mission. And when that's taken care of, they're going to something else. So many different facets to this. It's mind-blowing. It ain't just as simple as just, hey, the military showed up and took care of everything. It ain't that simple. It's not that simple. It's like flicking on the light in a dump, and you flick on the light, and there's thousands and thousands of roaches that run. The only way to really kill them is either put a fogger in there, and even that they get out and they run to somewhere else, or burn the place down and put a trench around the place that's burning to where they can't get out. I mean, I don't know. It's that crazy. And there will be this. This is the difference now. I really want you to hear me. Do you remember back when Trump was president and Biden was coming in, and that morning of the so-called inauguration, which was late, which was unconstitutional and all that? There's so many, we know it all. Okay, guys, we know all this. But even on the news, they were asking, is there going to be a successful transfer of power? And the military openly said there will be, with the Trump administration, a successful transfer of power. And there has been. Unto what? Unto what? Biden? No. He said, unto the military. It was made public then to the American people. But the American people were too busy jumping on all these other goofy little pads in the water and sinking every time. For those that say, well, I've never heard this. I've never been told. I don't see the military. I've never heard the military. I've never heard nothing. Well, by God, you make sure you send your phone number and your address to the United States military, and you say, hey, whichever department you need to go to, I want you to let me know on a daily basis. Really? Really? Because you saw how the American people acted over COVID. You couldn't keep toilet paper. Imagine what they do if they come out and said, yeah, we're in control of your whole government. People would be, there'd be a shortage of diapers because everybody crapping all themselves all the time. But we have been in a military operation, sting, whatever mission, whatever you want to call it. You can call it whatever you want, because if I name it a specific thing, you're going to go, oh, well, let me go ask 5 other podcasters and see what they say and let them debate it. I'm not here to fight with nobody. I'm telling you the freaking truth. Almost said it. Freaking truth. We have been in that. And for those that say, I don't know. You were told publicly. You don't pay attention to detail enough. And I'm not scolding you over it. I'm trying to get you to start learning to listen to details of things. Because the detail was, there has been and will be, and there has been a successful transfer of power unto the military. The military. And that was on Inauguration Day. And it has been an operation prior to that, but Trump released that power to them to do their thing. And meanwhile, you got Brunson case, you got all this other stuff going on. Everybody's worried about the Kraken coming down. The McCracken's coming down. And I've yet to see it, right? Yet to see it, because you won't. At least not right now. And now we're openly seeing where the Pentagon are having meetings about how to keep Trump out and how to thwart his deal and all. It ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. Let me tell you why. You want to know why you haven't seen anything like on your news, or you have? I didn't know. I mean, ain't that treason what they're doing at the Pentagon? You're damn right it is. And I'm telling you, when he puts his hand on the Bible and he becomes the inaugurated president of the United States, it's on like Donkey Kong. It is. We're going to see people, and I said it yesterday, you're going to see them suicide themselves. You're going to see them be suicided, or you're going to see them go into retirement, or they're going to say they got Alzheimer's or some other thing. They're deathly sick. They had to step down. Yeah, right. You're right. And the question is this, that you're exactly right there. Now, I don't think we want the EBS if people are going to lose it. And that's the question everybody needs to ask yourself. If EBS happened today, get in the house, don't go out, the military's in control, don't pay no attention, don't go into the streets, pay attention. I mean, seriously, how are you going to handle it? Some of you are like me, be like, oh, heck yeah, all right, hang loose, man, let's just play some video games. Which I don't play video games, but whatever. You know, that kind of thing. And then you got others going to be, oh my God, ah. Ask yourself, how can you handle it if it happens? And then you decide if you want it to or not. And then if it does, great, you get your wish. And if it doesn't, great, some of them get their wish. But that's just how it is. I have to come back to common sense. Common sense. And common sense is don't jump into judgment all the time. Weighing things out. And any chance that Trump will be inaugurated before Christmas? Let me say this. I was going to jump on something else, but I'll do it. We have the Brunson case, and I know a lot of people still keep fighting against it. Oh, no, we ain't going to have it. The Brunson case, the decision has been known for quite a while. Quite a while. And before everybody goes, oh, we're the American people. We didn't hear nothing about it. So it must mean it's not true. Okay. So, okay, that's fine. You're more than welcome to believe that. You are absolutely 100% allowed to believe what you want to believe. I know what I know. I can go a little further on this here in a second, and I'll tell you this. But it was Sunday, 10th of November, 2024. Loy Brunson signed an NDA, non-disclosure, because a verdict has been reached. And I will say this. I understand the excitement of, hey, we really want to be vindicated. But you know what? What good does it do now to be vindicated in some of this stuff? We won the election. Let's get him inaugurated. I get it. Trust me. I get it. You want to prove that you were right. I get it. 100%. But answer this. Everybody that I told you to answer yourself about the EBS, answer you this. Yourself this. If the verdict came, let's just say, breaking news on all the stations. You know, everybody's got breaking news. Breaking news. Verdict has been released. The Supreme Court has ruled that the election was fraud, yada, 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 and Trump is still your president and will be sworn in a couple weeks. Again. Or whatever scenario you want to put to it. How can the Supreme Court do that and not expect civil unrest? Let me ask you this. Are you ready for civil unrest if they did this? Because this is what's going to happen. It's exactly what's going to happen. Are you ready for it? Because it goes back to General Flynn talking yesterday saying, hey, if something come down and EBS popped in, where everybody's wanting all these laws get enacted, which means the laws that you live by now are no longer. You're talking military laws now. I don't think you understand the severity of some of this stuff. But I'll still get people going, oh, but is it going to be today? Is it going to be tomorrow? It goes boom, right over their head, what I'm saying. You got to ask yourself this. Are you ready for civil unrest? Are you ready? Because I can tell you this. If it would have came out 2 years ago or a year ago or 3 years ago, I guarantee you wouldn't have been ready. You've been freaked out. And I know a lot of people that reach out to me on the show that on limited incomes and that are elderly, they would be scared. So it's not about your feelings. It's not about, and that's the problem with America. We deserve this. You don't deserve a damn thing that you don't work for. That's the thing. If you want to cry about the military, they ain't doing this. Tell me when that you called the shots for the military. Tell me, well, President Trump don't do this, and I don't like who he picked for this, and I don't like. Are you on his administration? Have you ran for office? Have you tried to? Have you even volunteered at any of his stuff? Seriously, have you volunteered? So the question is this: can you handle it? Can you handle if there's an EBS? Can you handle if the Brunson case becomes completely public, which it will at some point? Because at some point, it'll all be ready. And when it's all ready, see, the sting of this, trust me, I'm all about causing pain. I'm all about it. All over it like white on rice. But it would probably be a little bit less civil unrest if Trump is inaugurated and then it comes out. Because if it comes out prior, you see, nobody thinks about this. If it comes out prior, then there's going to be a shit show like nobody's known. And on top of that, then we probably won't get to an inauguration yet because of all this. You got to weigh it out. You got to count the costs. It would be much smarter for us to get to the inauguration, and then after that, hey, this was released, this is this, and then go, oh my gosh, and then be butthurt over it. And whatever happens with the presidency and how they're going to handle all that, been taken away, then maybe that's why Trump has said, hey, I'm not running in 4 years. I'm not going to run for president in 4 years. What if the Brunson case comes out after he's inaugurated and says, hey, by the way, those of you that are out here protesting and mad because he's a president now, you're really going to be mad because he ain't going to be here for 4 years. He's got an 8-year term now. Anything's possible. I'm not saying it's facts. I'm saying anything's possible. So you have to weigh all that out. Or we can just have now everybody just blurt it out and have civil unrest and everything else, and then we'd be griping, going, we ain't got him even inaugurated yet. This is crazy. Why don't the military do something? That's what it would be. I say there's bigger fish to fry right now. And that is this: getting him to the inauguration. I've said that over and over and over. With no more attempts on his life and no more bullcrap. Now, if they do start bullcrap and they try to keep him from going in to be inaugurated, then I believe the ace card up the sleeve is the Brunson case. Because then they can say, hey, you have no power to do anything. You have no power to keep him out because y'all stole this from him and we've ruled on it, and now stick it up your pipe and smoke it. There's plans to different things, and it don't always go to the normal plan. I mean, it's like these convoys you see on the interstate. It's the military. They could do whatever who's going to pull them over? You know what I'm saying? But they'll get on the interstate and they'll still do 55 and 60 miles an hour. You're like, Jesus, man, it's like a 70 mile an hour, and you're all like poking around. And then they'll pull over I don't know all their things, but they'll pull over for a while and they'll do their thing, and then they'll get back on the road. It is a system and a plan that they stick by. It's a routine. It's a daily thing. It's anytime they travel, they'll do these things. You're exactly right. And Clarence Thomas puts up a big middle finger to Joe Biden because he's your key guy. And for those of you that need to really dive into this, you need to go and dive into Executive Order 13818 and look and see how detailed it really is. Because in the Executive Order 13818, the provisions are outlined in that executive order. They don't apply to just one specific thing. They apply to pedophilia, pedophiles, human traffickers, and anyone and everyone that was in this COVID-19 hoax. It's called Crimes Against Humanity, involving even vaccines. Do you understand how big this goes? Big pharma and executives, hospital administrators, school boards, CDC, FDA, the media, governors, mayors, city councilmen, all of them are going to have their balls hung up under this executive order. It's going to happen. It is going to happen. And for those of you that stood for your rights and got fired or lost your pensions, all this over COVID-19, you know, this is no lie. I mean, I have the smartest mouth. I don't know. I'm just a jerk, I guess. I don't know. I had somebody during the whole mask mandate. I had masks made that just looked like your normal face, and people go away, mask. And I'd be like, hey, I get in the elevator with them. Hey, do you mind if I fart? Why would you do that? Well, you got a mask, you ain't gonna smell it. That's disgusting. Okay, well, whatever. Or those that walked around, and if you got the vaccine, that's your business. I don't care. But those that walk around, those vaccine police, do you got your? I mean, seriously, you got your card on you? Are you vaccinated? Well, ain't none of your damn business. Are you castrated? Have you been deballed? Do you have a hysterectomy? Well, it's my personal business. Well, then keep your personal business to yourself. It's amazing. It's my body. I'll do whatever I want. But I can't go to bed. Or do you have a vaccination? Because if you don't, I can't do business with you. Really? Those people everybody that went through this stuff. Oh, you don't have, I had people go, I don't want to come to church because I don't know who's vaccinated and who's not. We need to start figuring out who they are and tell them they can't come to church till they're vaccinated. Oh, my God. Since when did all the churches that bowed their knees to the government and kiss its royal crack during COVID, and that's what they did. Oh, we got to have our outside services. We're smart. You bunch of dumb fools. That's what you are. Bunch of dumb-ass sheep. Going to cave to the government. Kiss its butthole like nobody knows. Well, we're going to have outside services. We're going to beat this thing. Since when did churches start thinking COVID was stronger than their spirit of God that they talk about? Oh, the Holy Ghost is strong up in here, but it's not strong enough to take care of COVID. Are you serious? Oh, man, Mary got to wear a mask at church. Oh, yeah. And in your business, the same thing. Retarded. These people fall underneath. And I got news for you. Churches that mandated this upon people, they fall underneath this executive order, baby doll. People are about to sweat bullets, and they have no clue. If they think it's just, it's going to be great, they're going to turn around and send these illegals out of the country. They're going to give them what they want. Trust me, law and order is about to come into effect. And when law and order comes into effect, that means this. If you fall underneath these executive orders, it's not about how sweet you are, how pretty you are, how big your church may be, how big your business may be. If you fall underneath this, your ass is grass. That's it. And you ain't going to hear this nowhere else. Because your other podcasts be, well, guess what? I want you to invest some money here. Whatever. All right, I'm going to play you the last fruit of the day. This guy here, let me see if it's the right one. What a freaking nut job. Oh, here we go.
To the white evangelicals who voted for Donald Trump, I hope you're happy.
Oh, we are.
I hope you're happy that you have successfully elected a candidate who will spend the next 4 years preserving your power and privilege.
Thank you so much, you damn
But
fool.
I also hope you know that Donald Trump is objectively the most un-Christ-like candidate that we have ever had for president.
Coming from a proper queer, gonna tell me how, whatever. Well, I'll let you listen to this fruit.
Of the United States. And that a vote for him is perhaps one of the most un-Christ-like things you could do. because the call of our faith is to set aside our power and privilege, our self-interests, for the good of others, especially the poor, the marginalized, and the oppressed.
Since when has the LGBTQ community went out and helped the poor? Too busy painting their shitty little flags all over sidewalks, hanging their stuff up, cramming that bullcrap down our throat when we don't want it. Because you understand, it's not about being fair. It's not about not accepting them. I have friends that are gay. I do. They know I'm not that way. Woo, they know I'm not that way. I don't go that way. But I'll tell you what. They know they don't act this way. They voted for Trump. They're respected business people. I'm serious. And tell me when the LGBT community has ever helped the homeless. How about this, you bunch of fags? When did you all go down to North Carolina with your groups and you built bridges? Don't ever lecture the American people about God when, one, you're going biblically against it. Two, I don't want to hear your bullshit. I don't want to hear it. And don't get what you all need to understand. I mean, give me a break. I'll let you hear this fruit a little bit more.
Just like Jesus did. For the next 4 years, our country...
Jesus would have taken... Oh, never mind.
...will grow increasingly more unjust, increasingly more un-Christ-like. And that is on your consciences.
Well, you're damn right. And you know what? My conscience is pretty clear, because when I hit that vote, Donald Trump, I was like, yeah. My conscience is, woo, it's clear. You want to know why I voted for Donald Trump? I'm going to tell you exactly what I voted. I didn't vote for Donald Trump because of all his great things he says. I didn't. I voted for Donald Trump because he's kind of on the same page as DZ. We're almost cut from the same cloth, which means this. You're not going to cross me twice. And if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. You can try to fight me, do all that, but I'm not going to put up with it. So, back to the fruit. I don't know. You can get offended at me all you want. I really don't care. But it burns me up. Now, I've got, like I said, I've got friends that are gay, and that's their business. I don't swing that way. Lord knows, Jesus. Whew. But they're good people to me. They voted for Trump. They're smart people. But there's a lot of dummies that get out. It's always the bad apples that get out and speak for everybody, right? But here's this fruit again.
A really great question to ask non-affirming Christians. While they will espouse that being gay is a sin because the Bible says so, if you ask them to explain what the actual moral harm being done in a homosexual relationship is, they can't give you a good answer.
Okay, I'm going to give this fucker a good answer, okay? You know I'm going to do this. I'm going to tell you my problem with the gay community. Y'all didn't sign up for this, but Jesus, you're getting it. I'm going to tell you what it is. It's the fact that a man, I'm going to say this. I have never heard a female talk like this and act all like she's just sissified. And I mean, there's a big difference between being feminine and sissy. And these gay guys, I don't know who the fuck they even sound like now. They don't even sound like a girl. They sound like somebody that's been, Jesus, I mean, sound like a devil's in them or something. I don't know. My problem with the homosexual community, especially in the men, the women, I still don't get you either, because y'all, I mean, some of y'all are just wacky. Some of you are hot as hell, but, you know, some of you are just wacky. But the guys, man, you start trying to become feminine, and I don't know one feminine woman that even talks like you guys. That even acts that way. It blows me away. But let's listen to this fruit a little bit more.
Because there isn't one. Sin, according to the Bible, is something that harms ourselves, others, or creation. Being LGBT, being in an LGBT relationship between two consenting adults, doesn't cause a moral harm. It causes moral good. The same moral good that...
Okay, here's my argument with that. If it's between two consenting adults, okay, that's the argument here. Well, if it's between two... What if two consenting adults are sitting there and they go, hey, I'm tired of this election. I'm tired of Trump. He won. Yeah, honey, I am too. Well, we're consenting adults, so how about this? How about you just take your gun and shoot me, and then you shoot yourself, and we're just out of here. Oh, yeah, it's great. See how stupid that mindset is? Do you see how dumb? It's like,
from any heterosexual, consensual, loving relationship between adults. When we enter into relationships with another, we learn to be selfless. We learn to work on our own selfishness and our own sense of greed, and we become better people. And this is true for heterosexuals as well as LGBT people. There is nothing morally wrong with being gay because being gay is not a sin. The Bible doesn't say it, and...
Well, he's absolutely wrong on that because the Bible does say it. Man's not to lay with other man, woman with other woman. Okay. I'm done. I'm not going to play more of that shithead. Yeah. Like I said, my problem is not the fact, if you want to go and be with another man, you go be with another man. That's all your power. Don't come on knock on my door because I'll clean your ass right off the sidewalk with your forehead. Don't come knock on my door because I don't know. Ain't happening. If you want to be that way, you go be that way. You go be that way. I'm perfectly fine with that. But don't push your ideologies on me and don't tell me how to serve God. And don't tell me what the Bible says. And first of all, act like a fucking man. I know I'm off the rail now because I'm really ticked now. But, seriously, act like the man. Act like a man. If you're born with a coochie, you're a female. Okay? Y'all got that straight, right? If you're born with a coochie poo, you're a female. If you're born with a Bo Shagley, you're a male. That's how that works. And the reason why God created us that way is that way, when the days came up, like the days of Noah, like we're living in now, there was no question of, hey, are they male or female? Well, I don't know. Everybody's got pants on today. Well, everybody take your pants off. Everybody take your pants off. We're going to see who's got the coochies and who's got the Bo Shagleys. I mean, seriously, you see how stupid this is? Yeah, but that is the generation that wants to run our country. That's the ones that were, this is going to be a fair election. A fair election. I played it for you the other day, the guy, we're going to be a fair election. And then when they lost their ass, their election was stolen. Because they were going, we don't want none of the Trump people saying that the election was stolen because it's fair and it's sort of like Fox News, right? Fair and unbalanced. Yeah, it's fair and balanced, right? Fair and balanced. Good God. And then when they lose, this election was stolen. I hope it's got it. I hope they find out who did it. No. Almost 90% of America didn't want your dumb, freaking Indian, black, Mexican, Chinese, Japanese, dirtinese, whatever it was, president that was all to all people. And only to the religious community for the last month and a half of her deal. Yeah, put coochie poo on your t-shirt, yeah. If you got a coochie poo, you're a girl. Got a Bo Shagley, you're a guy. Yeah. Hey, I may just do that. I don't know how many shirts I'd sell, but Jesus. That's what I'm saying. We got that in America. And I know I'll get probably the hate mail and somebody from the, I'm probably the wrong person to pick on over this stuff, but I'll probably get the couple fags come out at me. I don't care. I mean, what I'm saying is the freaking truth. And I'd say it to the damn face. You know what? If you're going to be like a girl, that's your business. But act like a girl, for God's sake. And the only, yeah, I'm going to say it. I always say whatever I want to say. And I swear I'm winding down. But here's the thing. It's always those that feel entitled. And What happens to him, what he believes is his business, and how I believe is my business, and how I feel is my business. If he don't like what I got to say, he needs to start his own platform and do his own thing. But before you get up here and you preach equal rights and God, he does accept all. He does accept all. He will receive all if they come to him right. You understand that? Everybody thinks, oh, well, God just takes me as I am and that's it. And you're no prize. You're no prize that God goes, well, thank God in heaven. Let the angels rejoice because Billy came to me today. Praise God. You have to have a change of heart for that to happen. And we live in a country where it's not. So my thing is this. If you're going to act like a girl, act like a daggone girl. Okay? That's fine. You're more than welcome to. I'm going to criticize you, but that's just that's my right. And that's my free speech. But if you're going to act like a girl, act like a girl. But don't act like a big old sissy boy. Don't do that. Don't do that. Nobody cares about that. And they always have flamboyant attitudes. Flamboyant. And it's like, really? It's sort of like, I'm sorry, I'm going to say this, but I'm going to say it's sort of like big fat people. They have an attitude that the world owes them everything because they got problems. And really, we all got problems. I'm not tap dancing around the LGBT community. If they want to prove to me that they're fantastic people, then I tell you what, y'all raise some money. Y'all take some grills and y'all go out there in North Carolina and y'all cook a big, old, huge, massive dinners. And at Christmas time, you fill up truckloads of stuff and you take it out there and you give kids Christmases. Why don't you do something positive in the community besides try to infiltrate and stir up the poop pot? Because America's done with your all's bullcrap. We're done with it. I hate to break it to you, but America has come back home. I'm going to stand, you're right, stand for freedoms. I don't infringe upon them. Don't infringe upon me. Because when you infringe upon me, we got a problem. Houston, we got a problem. Blue light special, fagging line 4, fagging line 4. Whatever. You know I'm not going to hold back. Whatever. Anyway, it's all good. Yeah. What a great day to be in America, right? So anyways, I said I'm going to be long and I lied. I'm way over. Anyway, it's all good. It's great. Pray, keep my mom in your prayer. She needs it. Daggone it. She needs it. It's not good. Those that have texted or called or whatever, trying to get a hold of me, I just can't do it right now. I got somebody helping with emails and stuff like that. If I can get back to you, I will. I promise you. It's just been very hectic and chaotic, and it will continue to be this way unless God moves. So we need to pray that. I was going to come on last night, and I'll be completely honest with you. I was going to come on last night, had every intention, and then I got a phone call that my mom was very unresponsive and hadn't been, and so I had to go take care of that. So if I say I'm coming on and I don't get to come on, it's not because I'm not wanting to. It's the fact that I have a mother that's very, very sick right now. And my first duty is to my mother. My dad's gone, and that's how it works. And it's family. And that's how it's supposed to be, guys. That's how it's supposed to be. So that's how it is. And including, and when you get there and you're in a rush and people out there putting the fake parking tickets on your car, whatever. That's the last things you want to deal with, right? So anyways, yeah. I may try to come back on tonight. I cannot promise. I just cannot promise because I got to be at the hospital today. I came here to do this, and this is it. But anyways, keep her in your prayers. She needs it. Brad is going live tonight, 9:30. Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure what he's talking about tonight. I don't know. I'll probably be watching. You know what? Yeah, Brad will be on tonight, so I probably not going to come on like that because I'm not going to try to interfere or have people go, man, I want to watch this or I want to watch that. I'm not going to do that. So thank you, Crescent Crow, for telling me that. Yeah. I do holistic health. If you need help, email me, dc@eiobn.com. Also, yesterday, I meant to say this. Somebody had reached out to me and was talking about Christmas and being able to get stuff, email me one more time, dc@eiobn.com if you're on here, because I want to make contact with you about Christmas for North Carolina with the children. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Sorry I went on my rants. It's just how I do. I don't really apologize, really, even though I'm saying sorry. I'm just doing it for your benefit to make you think I really cared. But, yeah. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow for sure if I don't come back on tonight, which I probably won't now. Now I know Brad's going to be on. It's all good. Keep your eyes on the skies. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Those of you that are going to fly or travel or drive or whatever, do your thing. Those that are going to be traveling for Thanksgiving, do your thing. Also, we'll say this for the Guardians, got a really cool, badass Christmas cards that's going to be coming out this year. Pretty awesome stuff, too. Very awesome stuff. And I'll try to not spray them down with fart spray. Okay? But if you get it and it smells like crap, then you know that I was just playing a joke. But anyway, I'll try not to do that. But anyway, hope y'all have a great day. Be sure and like and share. Support us. If you haven't supported us, go to eiobn.com. Click on donate. And those of you that have become a Guardian, you need to re-email us in the past. Those that have done it in the past 2-3 days, you're not putting in your address and phone numbers and all that. And we need those along with your email address. So you need to do that. If you're not a Guardian, be a Guardian. If you're on locals and all that, I would probably cancel that and just become a Guardian because you won't have access to all the good things that we're about to have access to. And it's really good. I'm trying to work it out, guys, to where even the music to the show, if we can get it worked out, that maybe possibly the Guardians will also get. We're going to see. I'm going to see if I can get that worked out to where we can get at least some of that stuff to you all as a part of being a Guardian, if you want that. Anyway, hope I'm not missing anybody. If I am, I'm sorry. But keep your head up. Watch the skies. Those of you that's got this cloud seeding going on, let me know what your weather's doing. And we'll be back tomorrow for sure. Tomorrow's Friday. I won't be on the air because I will be out for several days on business. And it is good business. And I kind of hate to leave because I got my mom going on, but it is what it is. And it's work. But good stuff going on there. And so you know what? Maybe I'll do tomorrow night too. We'll just see. And maybe tomorrow we'll just do we'll replace our Friday show with Thursday, and we'll do some call-ins. How about that? Sounds good to me. I don't know about you, but those of you Guardians that got your newsletter, you'll have all the information in there. Please don't give that information out. It's for you and you only. And yeah, man, I'm talking like crazy. Anyways, talk to y'all later. I'll see y'all tomorrow. DC out. Have a great day.